I'm just waiting to. You might be on right now. I'm just waiting to hit the go live on
Okay.
Instagram.
It looks like we're live.
Probably on everything except Instagram. So entertain the people for a second.
All
There we
right. I
are.
can see my little flag in the background.
We're live on both. Here we are. Here we are.
I put my official name, Scott, there.
Oh, I could give you a name on there too
Let's
if I
see.
wanted
You
to
could.
get fancy. We could get real fancy. Oh, look, we can show that.
Oh, wait. Great.
It's cool. Endless possibilities here. Do you find the reverb distracting when I talk?
No.
Okay. I'm just going to because otherwise I have to keep moving, you know.
Nah, the reverb's fine.
So it's just me and you, honey, and the whole wide world. Nobody's watching yet. Oh, one person is. Somebody's
Oh,
watching right
yeah.
now. I don't know who it is, but hello. Hello, viewer. We're here. We're experimenting this evening with like an interview style live stream, in the hopes that one of these Monday nights, Rob Marati, who is like my number one patron, is gonna come on and interview me because I think that'd be really fun.
I like that you're already working on my replacement. I think that's good. That's a good thing.
It's not a replacement. It's just I think that the chit chat is just it's more fun for me. There's more
As
energy
long
in
as
the
we
room.
keep that out of our marriage, that's fine. As long as you're not always professionally, I can live with it.
Well, I'm gonna play a song.
Okay, you're gonna make me go away?
I mean, I could leave you awkwardly on the screen too. I feel
I'm
like that.
awkward wherever I am. It doesn't really matter.
I'll take you off.
I'll turn to the side and stare at you.
Oh man, I'm muting you. Removed. It's just me now. Oh, the cranberry blossoms in my grandfather's hands. He'd work all day and sleep real good. He was a solitary man. From the first thing in the morning till the end of the day, you never knew what he's thinking. I knew he loved me anyway. Summers when I was in high school and I had to get a job. I got no love for fast food, so I was working on the bog. You get down in them ditches, man, and you're bound to touch a snake. There's me screaming like a little girl. He laughed so hard that he'd shake. In the cranberry blossoms, my grandfather's hands. He'd work all day and sleep real good. He was a solitary man. From the first thing in the morning till the end of the day, he never knew what he's thinking. I knew he loved me anyway. With my first broken heart, I searched all around for comfort, and I went to Jesus for a start. Grandpa caught me praying, and he said there ain't no time for hurt. I got the cure for all of that. It's just a hard day's work in the cranberry blossoms. In the cranberry blossoms. As I've gotten older and the vines are still green, he's out there on the tractor. The man never admits defeat, and we don't call it helping. I'm just working while he rides and listening to the stories that he always kept inside. In the cranberry blossoms, to the edge of the day. Never knew what he's thinking. I knew he loved me anyway. You were unmuted.
We're back. Oh, is the dog down there?
Oh, honey.
There's a little puppy there.
And Mark is here. Hey, Mark. There's 4 people watching. Let me know who you are. Say hello.
Oh, I like when you name check.
Make a request.
It always makes me think of. Did you ever watch Romper Room when you were
What do you
youngin'?
mean? No. What do you mean name check? Like when I say that I see someone commenting?
Yeah. So Romper Room was I guess I'm, a year or two older than you. It was a children's show. And at some point during the show, the host would always look into this mirror, this magic mirror, and she'd say, "Oh, Grace is watching today, and Bill is watching today." You always make me think of the Romper Room host, and I always listened for my name.
All right. Well, Mark is watching, and that's the one person whose identity I know. And Mark, did you watch Romper Room? Here, I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm not Googling this.
No.
I feel like it was before our time. I think Romper Room maybe wasn't. I think that's what I think.
I mean,
Google it. Google it. Or we could just wonder. We could just wonder.
We could just wonder. Well, it is the first thing that comes up is Old TV Hall of Fame. So probably, yeah.
So I'm excited to have you on here because I feel like most of my job is spent being by myself in my own brain, writing songs about my feelings and experiences. And I get so sick of myself. And I had this thought, last week or something that I feel like all I talk about on these things is me. And I would like to not only talk about me because I don't feel like I'm that interesting. Although a friend of mine mentioned that my life might be more interesting than I think it is. But here we are.
I think that's probably true. And part of your job is to talk about yourself, right?
But I think also it's like to be a mirror to what you see outside of yourself as well.
Yeah.
It's just hard to talk about those things. I'm aware of it.
It is. Yeah.
Somebody pointed out one time, it wasn't to me, it might have been in college. They're like, try to notice how many times you use the word I when you're speaking. And for 20 years, I'm constantly I said it again.
Well, that's true, but you're presenting your songs, right? So you're having to talk about where they came from, what the genesis is, why you're singing that particular song. So, I get it. You have a beverage there.
Yeah, here's what happened.
What?
So
that's my job.
I know. So Scott always makes me a cocktail on these Monday night things. But he was upstairs preparing for his role as interviewer while I was setting up. And I was like, shoot, I would like to have my cocktail and relax. Let me just take the burden off of him.
So Brayton,
I'll be a big girl. I'll make this myself. And it's not good.
You made it yourself?
I made it myself, but it's not great. I eyeballed it. I eyeballed the levels like you do, but it's not as good.
That's a bummer.
So anyway, I'm really excited. Release week is so exciting, and I always forget how exhausting it is. It's a lot of work, and I think maybe people don't know what that work is because it's mostly not playing the guitar.
Yeah, well, right. Our downstairs has turned into a pseudo mailing station, FedEx, Office Max, whatever you'd like it to be. So there's a lot of work going on down there, as well as an interview room. I'm mostly confined to this space upstairs, so as not to get into the way of any interviews or a thought that has to go into your shipments.
But here's what I'm thinking. I'm going to play a song.
Yeah.
In the meantime, if anybody has a question or a thought or a song request or something, they can put it in the comments. And then we can talk about the ridiculous nature of how I spent my workday today.
Sounds like fun.
Because I actually think it's kind of funny. I think my first 3 hours of today were kind of funny. And Jana is here. Jana's here. Jana and Mark. This
there you go.
I mean,
that's wonderful romper room right there. That was fantastic.
Enough with the romper room. It's before our time. But anyway, I couldn't have a better group of people hanging out here. Hi, Jana. Hi, Mark. Okay, I'm going to sing a song now.
Hey, bye-bye.
All right. I played a house concert at this really amazing mansion in New Jersey the other day. The mansion part wasn't important to the story, I just wanted to say it. And it was me and a drummer, and you don't usually think of like acoustic guitar and drum set as something that works, but it was so much fun. Thank you, Jana. 12 years old, with a guitar in my hand. Tiger beat over every wall, that was my whole plan. Gwen Stefani's abs, how does she get 'em as I practice Chopin? Dreaming about Hanson and how I'm gonna get 'em, holding out for a long-haired man. This ain't nothing like I thought it was. Late nights doing my makeup in a parking lot. Street tough, giving me side-eye while he looks for love. Right through me, but doesn't everyone? Until the lights come up, I was just a kid on Parkwood Drive, singing loud just to feel alive. I felt like nothing, I guess. It started something, doesn't everybody feel like this? Won't somebody please notice I exist? .25 dive bar, dark corner with a guitar in my hand. Living the dream, turn it up a little louder over the shouts of a drunk man. What is success and how do you get it? Selling t-shirts out of my van. Dreaming about the day when I can finally say I made it, man. But this ain't nothing like I thought it was. Late nights doing my makeup in a parking lot. Street tough, giving me side-eye while he looks for love. Right through me, but doesn't everyone? Until the lights come up, I was just a kid on Parkwood Drive, singing loud just to feel alive. I felt like nothing, I guess. It started something, doesn't everybody feel like this? Won't somebody please notice I exist? Won't somebody please notice I exist?
We're back.
What is that from?
I don't know. Any radio show?
Carol is here. Carol! Carol, I'm so glad you're here because I wanted to tell you that you are the pinch hitter of my parenting. So, does that analogy make sense? And Jeff is
I
here.
don't know.
Hey,
Keep going,
hey.
and I'll tell you.
A pinch hitter comes in when the regular batter can't do it.
Yes,
Right?
that's true. Yes.
That's what I know about sports. So I was the mystery reader at my child's kindergarten class, and I thought that the teacher provided the books. And so the night before, I'm just like prepared to show up and whatever she gives me to read. But lo and behold, no, I'm supposed to provide the books. And so I brought in books that Carol McFadden sent in the mail.
That's true. Because they
Yeah.
were also Brayton approved. He's very,
Yes.
very critical.
My child only likes certain books, and most of them have to be like nonfiction, factual thesis on gems or the solar system. So
Not appropriate for kindergartners in some cases. Not just
No.
not for the wide swath of kindergartners.
So anyway, thank you, Carol. Um, Yeah, this is a big week. I'm really excited. I've been working on this record for such a long time. This is the longest amount of time I've worked on an album, the most thought I've put into the theme of it. I've never had a theme before even. It's just been like, here are some songs I wrote. But this was, I suppose you'd call it a concept album.
I remember when you came up with that idea too. I'm pretty sure I poo-pooed quite a bit about the
Yes, you
concept
did.
album.
You did. Yeah, no, you didn't like
Yeah,
it.
sorry about that.
You didn't like that last song either. Not to
I
throw
was
you under the
wrong.
bus.
It's okay.
Okay, that's a big moment.
What? What?
We're doing therapy right now. I can't believe you just said that.
Because I said I was wrong?
Yes.
Huh? Well,
That
I
was
was.
I'm wrong a lot. Well, look, all my friends are here. This is great. Oh, I'm a little bit out of tune. All right, so here's what was funny about my morning. I go to the post office a lot
You do.
to ship CDs.
We
Every
have
day, actually.
personal relationships with our postal. What do they call? They're not postmasters, are they?
Clerk, our postal clerk, Kelly.
Our postal clerk. There's more than one that we.
I was lamenting not having work friends. Like when I used to work in a music store, I had work friends. And I was like, I don't have any work friends. Yes, I do. It's Kelly at the post office. Anyway,
Yes.
she's been telling me for a good long time. She was like, there were two things. Number one was, why don't you just get the receipts emailed instead of taking the paper? And number two was she kept telling me, like, if you just buy your labels online, it'll be cheaper. And so today I was like, today's the day. I'm going to do that. I hope this isn't boring, but I literally spent 3.5 hours this morning trying to figure out how to get the labels I purchased online onto the label sheet.
That's true. You came upstairs
3.5
several
hours.
times. It was
It
a
was-
solid workout for you.
I felt like that's what computers were like when I was in high school, because like Macs wouldn't talk to other platforms, right? That's what it felt like, and I felt so dumb. Rob Marotti in Wine Country. Hey, we're just talking about how long it took me to figure out how to put shipping labels on to stickers this morning.
But you did it.
Well, I did it, but I don't think I did it correctly. Like there's 4 on a sheet, and I only was able to figure out how to get 2. Anyway, the point
That's
is,
true.
I felt so dumb, but also like that is what my job looks like sometimes.
Yeah, it's a lot of shipping, a lot of administrative work, and then you do some interviews.
And then you write songs, which is
And
the
then you
thing
write
that you're trying to
songs.
promote. And then you're like,
Yeah.
wait a second, I need to make content for these songs. It's that's the thing that's really evading me at the moment. Maybe even more so than the shipping labels.
The content.
It's like, how do I make content and not seem elderly? Because it was pointed out to me by my niece that I communicate on my cellular device like an old person.
Oh, that's too bad. Do you sign your name?
No, I don't.
That's a real old person giveaway
Yes,
is when they sign
all
their name
caps.
at the bottom.
I text in all caps, and I always sign my name.
Do you use punctuation? That's another one.
So much. So
Don't
much
use
punctuation,
punctuation.
and smiley faces and ellipses and multiple texts instead of one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not good.
I was going to play a song that I know both you and Rob enjoy. Carol also has a request. And so
Okay.
I'm going to do one that is neither of those previous 2 things I mentioned. That way I know I've got 2 in the bank.
Okay.
Because you know that's one of the most difficult things about performing is when you're playing and you're like, what song am I going to play next? And you just can't figure it out.
Well, you write down a list and then you ignore said list.
The list doesn't matter because you make the list and then you start reading the crowd and you're like, wait a second, no, this crowd doesn't want this list I've made. They want something else.
It was Jill that I think said that to you, right? Sobiel? I think she was a no set list.
Perhaps. Oh, Terry,
Yeah.
I played that song already, but if you hang out for a bit, I will play it for you again. Yes. I love a request. I absolutely will do that. Yeah, Jill Sobiel, I cannot quote her. The
Yes,
first
you
thing she
can.
said to me. I'm not going to quote her on the
Just-
internet. She was lovely to me. She was lovely to me. And it's just like the first thing she ever said to me was so funny and uniquely her. And I'll tell you in a private message, but I'm not going to say it into the microphone. Okay, here I go. I'm going to play a song.
Bye-bye.
All right. Thank you all for hanging out. minding my business, late morning slow scrolling on the internet, and hello, I haven't seen you in such a long time. I've forgotten how you take over my mind. Here we go. I take a good long look at you, and nothing has changed. Ain't you one tall cool drink of water? I still need a taste. I hope you're ready. I don't think you know I bring you with me everywhere I go. My hands are steady and they need love. Give me what you can give me, I'll make it enough. How do I make you notice how bad I want this? Do I dare send you a message like, hey you, how you doing, where you live, like I don't know? I'm at the risk of losing my dignity, so I post a picture, it's the best one that I got of me. No shame, no. I hope you take a look at me and see nothing has changed. Ain't you one tall cool drink of water? I still need a taste. I hope you're ready. I don't think you know I bring you with me everywhere I go. My hands are steady and they need love. Give me what you can give me, I'll make it enough. How do I make you notice how bad I want this? I'll make up some silly reason or some stupid excuse why I just had to talk to your brother. There ain't no girl who would ever try harder to hold you. God, I wanna know you. I hope you're ready. I don't think you know I bring you with me everywhere I go. My hands are steady and they need love. Give me what you can give me, I'll make it enough. How do I make you notice? How do I make you notice? How do I make you notice how bad I want this? My mama's here, and Kaya is here, and Jeff is here. Hey, guys. Oh, Terry, you got it. I will absolutely play that song for you. I just wanted to share this. So for those of you who don't know, Jill Sobule sang the Supermodel song on Clueless. I feel like that's how most people, at least in my age demographic, know Jill. But she also had a song in the 80s called I Kissed a Girl, and not the Katy Perry one. She was the first one. She had I Kissed a Girl. And I got to play with Jill. She's a big deal. Jill Sobule is amazing in the singer-songwriter world. She is a big deal. And Scott, just like, he saw that she was playing near here, near Massachusetts, and just randomly sent her an email and said, hey, my wife's a singer-songwriter. She'd love to open for you at the Kate. And Jill immediately responded and said, sure, open. Who does that? People at her level don't do that. And
then we had to go back to the Kate and be like, no, trust me, she said it was okay.
And honestly, if some random person reached out to me and wanted to open, it would give me pause. I'd have to, I don't know that I would have. It was beyond kind. Marlene,
Yeah.
hello. All right, guys.
Yeah.
So I'm really into family history. This is a segue. I'm really obsessed with my genealogy, as you may already know. And when I was on tour, I got this call from Oregon. I think it was Oregon, and I answered it. I was like, I don't know why I don't know who this person is, and it was Marlene, who is a cousin. I just think that's the coolest thing, and she's given me, she's filled in the blanks for me on some family history stuff that I never would have known otherwise. So, hey, I'm glad you're here. So anyway, do yourselves a favor and look up Jill Sobule, Sobule.
Yeah.
She passed away in a house fire a month ago.
Yeah, a month or two. Yeah, about a month ago. Yep. I couldn't believe it when we saw her.
And it's such an interesting thing because, everybody was posting these tributes. Rolling Stone posted a tribute. Like all these huge publications. I think Billboard did. Huge publications. And yet when she was alive, she was like promoting her new work. And they, like when she really needed them to help. It's just an interest. I mean, I get that the story, they've got to get a story that'll get clicks, but...
Yeah, but we said a few times if just a quarter of that attention had been paid in the last 5 years, because she was writing lots of new music, and
She's a genius. Yeah.
she'd written a musical, which I think is being released also this week.
The musical is called, it's the internet, I can swear. It's called Fuck Seventh Grade is the name of the musical. And it's just so good. Like she really hit the nail on the head of what it was like to be an awkward preteen.
Yeah. Yeah. No, she was a unique personality, and I will remember meeting her the first time.
And I think what I'm going to take away is just that kindness that she showed to me when she didn't need to.
Right. Yeah.
So, and it also brings to mind, what is the saying? Am I making this up? Give people their roses while they can smell them, or something like that. Like, give people their flowers. Well, somebody help me here. I think there's a saying like, give someone their flowers while they can appreciate them. Oh, Jeannie, hey, my sandals friend. Okay, where am I going now? Carol requested this. I'm not drunk, but I'm having a hard time saying Carol requested this. So this is Poor Man's Daughter. I should start introducing it like that, Daughter.
Yeah. Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, bye. If anybody else has requests, put them over in the comments. I can see them. I don't know Goodbye by James Blunt, but this is a song request I see over in the comments. Do you mean Goodbye, My Lover? Do you mean that song? Let me know if that's the song you mean. Okay. I know poor like the devil knows the fiddle. Leaves you cold at night and hungry in the middle. Took to me like master stone. Poverty is in my bones. And fear made me do bad things. Bad things. Trying to claw my way out. I know it's just a memory, but it sends me back to hopeless, helpless, in a hand-me-down dress. Oh, I've been down to the river, down to the river. Some things don't wash away with water, and I'll always be a poor man's daughter. Like a lonely tomcat, howling in the night, singing where my girl's at. I think it's true that he did love me. All I could see was the money. And fear made me do bad things, trying to claw my way out. I know it's just a memory, but it sends me back to hopeless, helpless, in a hand-me-down dress. Oh, I've been down to the river, down to the river. Some things don't wash away with water, and I'll always be a poor man's daughter. I might be one you'd call white trash. Don't throw anything away, 'cause we might need that. White bread Sunday, white bread Monday, I'ma be a big wheel one day. Fear made me do bad things, trying to claw my way out. I know it's just a memory, but it sends me back to hopeless, helpless, in a hand-me-down dress. Oh, I've been down to the river, down to the river. Some things don't wash away with water. I'll always be a poor man's daughter. Marlene and Jana, it means a lot to me that you dig that song. Oh, Alice. Jeffrey Platt, nobody has ever requested Alice. Huh. Do you know? All right, so Alice was on my album Daughter, which I think that I released in 2021. And I would really love to play that. I don't know if I know all the words. But I tell you what, we do this every Monday night, and I will have that prepared for next time. And, maybe if I'm feeling brave in a little bit, I'll give it a whirl.
That's a piano or keyboard song, isn't it?
Well, it didn't start that way.
No.
I'll play a tiny little bit of it so people know what I'm talking about. It's all right. So the interesting thing about Alice, it's a song about going through old photo albums and the nostalgia of that. Can you hear this?
Yeah, I can.
You hear that? It's about the nostalgia of looking through old photo albums and like wondering, oh, what if we had done things differently, and like Alice going down the rabbit hole. I remember how it used to be. Across the room I'd hide behind a magazine, back when we could be anything. I always screwed up the words. If we could see us now, would we be laughing? I wanna kiss your love, I wanna give it up. Wanna know what it's like to look into your eyes. I wanna kiss your love, I wanna give it up. Come on, let's be a little less civilized. That's how it goes. And that's actually one of my favorite lines I've written. Come on, let's be a little less civilized.
Yeah, I love that.
To me, that's the best part of that song, and I want to put it on a t-shirt. And I'm really excited, Jeff, that you know that song and you requested it. I'm really sad that I don't have that like handy in my brain hole right now. But it's going to be ready next week. It's been a strange week this past week. Been through some things, right?
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, like things that I'm like, I don't know if I'm ready to talk about that, because I don't want to seem like I'm like using health as like a pay attention to me thing, but I guess I'll just say it. I had some symptoms that were concerning, and so fortunately we have a really great women's health like oncology center here. And so I had a biopsy last Wednesday, which honestly, like my anxiety brain was not focused on like what could they find. My anxiety brain was focused on the procedure itself.
Yeah.
And and then the lidocaine didn't work. It was really like a
And I was out of
difficult
town,
day.
right? Your person
Yeah,
wasn't there. I was
yeah.
out of town, so thanks to mom for carting you around.
And this has never happened to me before, but like the lidocaine kind of worked, but not really. Like I felt it,
Yeah.
and after I was just like weeping after. And it was
Mhm.
that's never happened to me before. Usually I can hold it together, and I wasn't even like conscious of what it was I was worried about. It was just like I don't know. It's a lot, and I
Yeah.
think we've had a tough year too, and I think my brain is doing this thing where it's like "Meh, we're not worrying about that right now. Meh."
Yeah.
But when you don't look at the things that are worrying you, it shows up in other ways.
Yeah. But it was a tough week. It was a tough week to be gone for me. And it was kind of nice that we got to meet after in Jersey. Let's meet
Yeah.
in Jersey.
And here's the
Um,
thing. Here's the thing. In this day and age, if you have a my chart, we have a my chart, and you can see what the pathologist results are, but you don't know how to read them. So like I've seen the results, but I don't know what they mean, and then I just like catastrophize. So I still don't know. But anyway, that's where I'm at, and it's been hard to like I've got a lot of work to do, and it's been hard to stay on top of it. And anyway, I guess this is me saying like I feel like I've let my patrons down a little bit, like I haven't posted as much as I should, and that's a big part of the reason why.
but it's yeah, that's funny because we were talking about, and maybe we can talk about this after whatever the next song is, but some new things to do for your patrons and talking about like almost like some ideas, and maybe folks on this can help us. Some ideas
Yeah.
for almost like a little mini podcast is kind of what we were talking about for your patrons.
And in case if you guys don't know, so Patreon, I'm on there, and it's basically like a subscription service to artists. It's a
Mhm.
way that we get regular income, and there are tiers like you can contribute $3 a month or whatever, and then we give you exclusive stuff. So like every time I write a song, it goes on my Patreon. So every good, bad, middle, every song's on there. But I was thinking like because my friend told me my life might be more interesting than I think it is. Like maybe we could do little question and answer things with like
Mhm.
something somebody wants to know about what it's like to be an artist or a singer or anything. So if you have ideas about what might be interesting, put them in the comments.
So right, because because one of the things I thought of too is the big just fun things like we always talk about the shows that you like to watch. I'm a movie guy or a TV guy, and there's a big gap between the things I've seen that I think are commonplace and the things you've seen. And I always
Like
think that
romper
that's
room?
always
Like romper
not
room?
necessarily like how about Top Gun? Like you only
Right.
know the
Okay.
second Top Gun, right?
All
You've
right.
never seen.
But here's the
Okay.
thing I just realized like romper room before my time. But I'm
No, it wasn't, but
very
okay.
but I'm very familiar with Howdy Doody. Try to
Okay.
math that out. How do I
Okay.
not know romper room but I know Howdy Doody because I recognize that's well anyway. This
I
is a
mean, so
song.
basically, if your patrons would be interested in like me yelling at you about things you haven't seen for half an hour, 45 minutes, I'm game for that because I spent pretty much every road trip we go on listening to 8 to 10 straight hours of
Of
movies
podcasts about
slash.
movies I have never seen.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to sing a song.
Okay, bye bye.
This is for Terry. There's loving in your eyes all the way. If I listen to your lies, would you say I'm a man without conviction? I'm a man who doesn't know how to sell a contradiction. You come and go, you come and go. Karma chameleon, you come and go, you come and go. Loving would be easy if your colors were like my dreams. Red, gold, and green. Red, gold, and green. Didn't you hear your wicked words every day? And so sweet. I heard you say that my love is an addiction. When we cling, our love is strong. When you go, you're gone forever. You string along, you string along. Come a chameleon, you come and go, you come and go. Loving would be easy if your colors were like my dreams. Red, gold, and green, red, gold, and green. Every day is like survival. You're my lover, not my rival. Every day is like survival. You're my lover, not my rival. Karma chameleon, you come and go, you come and go. Loving would be easy if your colors were like my dreams. Red, gold, and green, red, gold, and green. I love singing that song.
I love that song. I can tell you do. And that's
you
before
know-
your time. Before your time.
It
Before
is
you're
before my
born.
time. Well, kind of. Because I know that song from the Wedding Singer soundtrack.
Okay. But
So the Wedding Singers.
was that on it? Because it was "Do You Really Want to Hurt Me?"
Oh, good point. Then I don't know. Maybe it was. There was like a volume 2 of the soundtrack. Do you know
Or
what
it
else
could
I got
just-
off that soundtrack? You want to know?
What?
I won't
Yeah,
do the
yeah,
whole
go
thing. I won't do it.
Okay.
I heard you on my wireless back in 52. Lying awake and tuning in on you. If I was young, it didn't stop me coming through. Ow, ow. Maybe I'm not going to stop.
Keep going.
I love that song so much. Hey, Aunt Nancy, hello. So that reminds me. So I'm trying to finish fulfilling Kickstarter rewards, and there's two issues going on. Number one is a lot of people did not fill out the survey, so I don't have their mailing addresses. Number one, that's not anybody that I'm noticing here. But number two, I'm waiting for the mugs because that's the last perk I have to fulfill, and the woman making my mugs can't find the stamp for my logo.
Oh no!
And so she is going to tonight hand carve it.
Wow.
I know. That's what you call above and beyond. So my point is, Aunt Nancy, that mug is coming. She is hand carving those. Oh, man. Jeannie wants beer in a teacup. I'd be happy to do that. I think that first, however, I'd like to play this song. I probably know it an equivalent amount to Alice, except I have the lyrics here, so that will help me. This is on a project that I kind of started working on when I was in Austin, and I think that I know what key I play it in. I think it's this one, actually, where I just was. So I wrote this song, and I put it on my Patreon like I do, and then I'm like, that sounds really weird. I don't think anybody's going to like that song. And Scott and Rob both were like, I love that song. I was so stunned that anybody liked it. But now I enjoy it. It's kind of a riddle. Wouldn't you say it's a riddle song?
Oh, is this the murder ballad? Or
yes.
No?
Well, guess
Yes,
now it's
okay.
not a riddle, but yes.
Oh, come on.
All right. Let's see if I can do this. I'm gonna be somebody someday. I'll be the apple of your eye. I'll be the drug you'll never escape. Baby, all I need is time. I know you don't notice all the ways I show you my love. I save myself on Friday nights, just waiting till you realize I'm there. I don't think that you like a big girl. I'll starve myself to lose the weight. When we lock eyes, I know you want me. You move in and take the bait. 'Cause I know you don't notice all the ways I show you my love. I'll wait until it's late at night. I see you in your bedroom light. I'm there. I tried to make it known to you. I dressed up in your favorite blue, that I overheard you tell that tramp was like the blue on that forever stamp. As I stood quietly in line at the post office on Maiden night. 'Cause I'm gonna be somebody someday. I'll be the apple of your eye. I'll be the drug you'll never escape. Baby, all I need is time. I know you don't notice all the ways I show you my love. I waited for you endlessly. I made us belladonna tea. Andy, hey, I didn't want to say hi to you in the middle of my creepy stalker song. Andy, I'm glad you're here. Thank you.
Oh, I love that song.
My mom. Mama,
Oh.
that's so sweet. I love you too. So I'm glad you like that song. Turns out, I'm just realizing I really like to sing that one too.
That's great. That always makes me think of Jewel.
The
Just got a
exact
Jewel
thing.
vibe.
There, Rob said that when he first heard it.
Oh, we both agreed he's a smart guy. Good taste.
So I don't know if anybody caught what's going on in that song. It's a stalker. And I was, if you seen the program You, I know, Scott, that you have seen You, but has anybody else seen You? It's kind of like Dexter, right? Kind of like Dexter, except this guy
Yeah.
thinks he's in love with these women and then turns into this creepy stalker. And I think what's fun about this song for me is A, nobody would expect me to have this sort of a song, and B, it lets me get into a character.
Yeah.
That's my version of
Which
acting.
right, which most of your songs, other than if you're singing the person of one of your relatives, I'm trying to figure out if it's like how much of Grace is that song?
Yeah, I think most of my other songs are mostly me.
Right.
Yeah, that's maybe the only thing I've written that's a character.
Yeah, but boy, yeah, I love that song.
Well, it's going to be on a future project because we already recorded it, so it's coming.
Album project. What is it going to be?
Well,
Do you know? You don't know?
I
Okay.
like to alternate those words.
Okay. Well, I didn't know if it was going to be a EP or if it's
Aha.
going to be an album or if it's going to be something else.
It's a good question. I don't know yet because I'm still it's crazy that I have even thought about the next one and started working on it because I'm still doing this
Right.
Saltwater Country, which comes out Thursday. I should put my banner back up. Thursday. I had a really cool interview. So part of the release process, it doesn't have to be, but it can be if you choose, is to do PR. And that generally consists of your publicist secures interviews for you and reviews of your music and some playlisting. And I had the coolest interview today. I cannot wait to share it. It was with a chef. And so she takes an artist and interviews them and talks about their music. And then she creates recipes inspired by their music and perhaps where they live so that the reader, and then she'll cook the recipe and then give it to you so the reader can have like this full sensory experience of the music.
Except for the belladonna tea, which would
You
be
know, nobody drink belladonna tea.
that'd be a tough end to that.
That's poison. Listen, when I recorded that in the studio, Walt and Ron Flint, who are producing it, they loved that song. They're like, this song's so beautiful. What a lovely love song. They didn't know belladonna tea was poison. No. They thought I was like serving high tea or something.
No,
That's poison.
murder. Yeah.
I have a dark side. So, you know, I have not forgotten, Jeannie, that you have a song request. So, Marlene, yeah, we had so many ways we could go with the food.
Yeah.
She's saying cranberry recipe. Look at.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think not that tea. Don't drink that tea. So we were talking about the music, and I was like, honestly, there's so many food references in my music that I didn't realize. There's coffee. If you want to do cocktails, there's wine. I did write a song, beer in a teacup. I did write a song about a seafood restaurant. There's cranberries. I mean, so many ways to go.
Yeah.
So you'll have to read the article when it comes out to see which way we went. Because I don't actually even know what her recipes are going to be. So I'm thinking that I'm going to play Jeannie's song because it's more fun and less macabre than that last one. And then we'll do one that kind of relates to what we've been going through. And if anybody else has song requests, put them over there in the comments, and I will be happy to play them if I know them. And Scott's signing out for a minute. I had an epiphany while I was performing this song the other day, because if you've ever seen me play this live, you know I've got this whole long intro about how the title for this song came from seeing my mother drinking out of a teacup that she said my grandmother used to use for her beer, and how I want to get my muscle dent back. But really, this is a song about, like, not exactly body positivity, but just like deciding that it's okay to wear a bathing suit in the summer and go to the beach, and it's okay if people see you in that bathing suit. That's my plan for the summer. Everybody fits in, everybody gets it, everybody's looking at me. But I'm all kinds of awkward, don't know how to talk first. Hide my face in a magazine, I might feel like I did when I was just a little kid. But ain't no reason not to dive in no fancy dresses or leather boots. Little rough around the edges in my tennis shoes, but I can dress it up and put on a show. I pour my beer in a teacup and let it go. Ladies in their lipstick, working out at CrossFit. Girls got legs for days, living for that beach life. Happy wife's a good wife, bay watching the waves. Ain't no toned arms here, but hold my beer. There ain't no reason not to dive in no fancy dresses or leather boots. Little rough around the edges in my tennis shoes, but I can dress it up and put on a show. Just pour my beer in a teacup and let it go. Yeah, let my beer in a teacup and let it go. Here's a little secret, I ain't gonna keep it. There's no such thing as cool. Everybody's messed up, I don't wanna fess up. The perfect man's a fool. We fight against the clock. It's insecurities that talk. Don't we all just hide our own mess with fancy dresses and leather boots? Little rough around the edges in my tennis shoes, but I can dress it up and put on a show. Yeah, pour my beer in a teacup and let it go. Yes.
There you go.
I only have a bicep. Oh, there it is.
There it is. Yeah, you got it. There you go.
Oh, man. Did you text me a secret?
Me?
I feel, yeah, I have a text from you, and it looks like, okay, I don't have to look at it now. I'll look at it later.
No, it's not that important.
You're welcome, Jeannie. I've been wondering, speaking of Jeannie, I've been wondering lately if I ought to modify my footwear on stage because I'm so locked into these Birkenstocks. And I don't know how Facebook knew that because I so rarely talk about my Birkenstocks, but I've been getting these reels that are like mocking people who wear Birkenstocks and how gross they get. Mine aren't gross though, are they, honey?
No.
But I just thought, like, maybe I could spruce up the footwear.
Okay. Was that your Natasha?
Oh, all right. Carol says that I should keep talking about myself.
Yeah.
Oh, Carol, I love you so much.
So what? Okay, hold on.
I just wanted people to see that.
There you go. So what that song just, I love that song, but at this time made me think of Father's Day because the Father's Day go-to gift for my grandfather was Heineken. Case of Heineken was the kind of go-to present for him. And then for my other grandfather, it was Miller Lite, I think, was his beer of choice. And then my father, we defaulted to, I think, a Coors Light if we didn't know what to get him. So what would be, I didn't know your dad that well.
Right.
But what would your dad's Father's Day thing? What would you be doing for him for Father's Day as an adult?
What would I do now?
Yeah. Or what did you do? What did you do while he was still with you as you were an adult?
Yeah, I wasn't I?
Yeah,
well,
you
first
were.
of all, I just like to pivot back to the Birkenstocks. Jeannie just said her brother just threw all of his Birkenstocks out. Rest in peace, Birkenstocks. And I wanted to say hi to Maggie too. Hi. I don't remember. I know that my mother, for Mother's Day, I'd always make her a card and give her pansies or Johnny jump ups because they're her favorite flowers. I feel like as a kid, I might have been like, my dad likes tools and given him like a tool or something, or make him a card. But beyond that, maybe my mother remembers. I don't know. I don't know. Like, it wasn't nothing, but I don't remember. It was never like a thing. It was never a standard thing that he liked.
He didn't have like a favorite thing that if you couldn't think of what to get him for his birthday, you'd get him that thing.
No, he didn't have like hobbies or anything. His hobby was trying to manage my music career and watching TV, watching sports and stuff. And like, I honestly don't know. Gosh, I feel like a terrible daughter, but he really, so like when I think about my dad, it was sitting in his chair watching TV with the remote in his hand. And he wasn't even like, he wasn't super motivated to go out or anything. Like sometimes he'd want to go out for Chinese food or ice cream, but I feel like that was few and far between. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It probably was just, when I was a kid, it was probably make him a card or a picture and give him a tool.
We don't, it's not a thing we deal with too much in our family because I'm a little bit of a grump when it comes to that stuff. I'm not a Father's Day guy. So it's not a thing for us.
Right. Well, but I know what you want this year.
Oh yeah,
I mean, you've been pursuing it on your own, so
that's true. Yes,
you've been taking the
took the lead on that.
Yeah, you've taken the lead on that. But I'll go. Can I share it? Can I share?
Oh yeah, I don't care.
Scott would like to go see Indiana Jones in the movie theater, but the tickets are not on sale yet.
specifically they're re-releasing The Last Crusade because that's the
Okay.
father son one.
Okay.
And for me, the first movie I remember seeing was the original Indiana Jones, Raiders
In
of
the
the Lost
theater?
Ark. No, drive-in.
How
And I
cool.
I distinctly remember being super disappointed when I heard the name that we were going to go see a movie called The Raiders of the Lost Ark because it sounded biblical to me. And
Well, it
and I
is.
remember I remember standing in my grandmother's house and my father coming in and saying, "I'm taking him to go see Raiders of the Lost Ark." I think it would have been like 8, 9, maybe at that point, and being really not looking forward to go seeing the movie because I had no idea what I was
But then you
about to
loved it.
experience. Yeah, it's my few. I watch it weekly. It's one of my favorites.
Jeannie was just, that's really sweet. Jeannie was just saying her father passed away when she was 14. Prior to that, she played accordion for him. My dad never got to witness my accordion skills. I don't know that he would have loved it though. He would have been just like, play the blues.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so my dad took me to the movies once.
What'd you
Once.
see?
I remember it so vividly. My grandmother was my daycare. I was at my grandmother's house, and he called on the telephone,
Hmm.
508-295-2803. He called and said, "Hey, Gracie, let's go to the movies." It was just I was like, we'd have to look at what year the movie came out to know how old I was, but I was just like, yeah. And he took me to see the remake of Miracle on 34th Street. So that
Oh,
gives
Richard
us time.
Attenborough, right?
That
Was he
gives
in that?
us time of year. It was in the 90s, the re-release. I don't know, look it up. And
Richard Attenborough.
but so here's the thing about it. Like my dad was older when he had me and always sick. So like he was in the hospital most years of my life for some heart attack, heart related issue. So and also I watched a lot of Disney movies. So I spent my whole childhood like being really afraid of his death, like it was
Yeah.
imminent. And then we went to see Miracle on 34th Street, which was like emotional. And I remember crying like my dad. I was so moved that my dad brought me to the movies, but then it was like an emotional movie too. My mom said she
Yeah.
never knew that. Yeah, he did. He
Ni-
came and
nine,
picked me up.
94. It was
94. So
94.
so I was in the fourth grade.
Richard Attenborough.
I don't know who that
Played
is, but
Santa Claus. Oh, Jurassic
who
Park.
was but who played the girl?
Myra, uh,
The girl who
not
played
Charity.
Matilda? It was
Yeah.
the girl who played
Yes.
Matilda. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But Richard Attenborough. So
Oh.
yeah, my movies were that. I remember going to the movies with my Nana and Papa took me to go see Rocky 3. That was a really big deal. I
Hold
only
on.
time I ever remember going to see a movie with them.
I was
Go
going to say
ahead.
Maggie needs our help.
Okay.
So, okay, we're going to crowdsource this. So, Maggie wishes she could find something for her dad, like playing piano for him or being creative. But, Maggie, you could play the piano for him, but you're also really great at dancing and
Yes.
choreography. So, you could find a song that reminds you of your dad and choreograph a dance for him. He would love that. He would love that.
Yeah.
You could involve your nephew. I mean, my gosh, in my opinion, that is what you should do.
Problem solved. Look at that. You're a
Problem
fixer.
solved. Let's move on to a song.
Okay, fine. Sure.
Well, just I wanted to play this song tonight specifically because although this is not written as like anything specific we were going through, as I've mentioned, it was a really hard week. And the older I get, the more I realize that you just like, if you're just open with what's bothering you or what's not bothering you, like if you're just open with your feelings, I just think things are better. Things are better. Because you can't ever expect someone to read your mind, and you don't want to make assumptions, and I do that a lot. We talked about the hard stuff you went through as a kid and all the shitty little things that you wish you never did. And how you did not think, could not believe you'd find relief in me. Turns out you do. Your hurt was a locked door, but darling, I never loved you more. I thought about the ways I didn't give you enough grace. How I'd run and hide when I cannot abide the frown on your face. And how I did not think, could not believe I had a part in this pain. Turns out I do. My hurt was a locked door, but darling, I never loved you more. Getting over the ways we hurt each other every day is like a pebble in the road. You pick it up or you get stoned, and I don't want to live in 1992. I want to be right here with you. Now, I ain't never been one to speak darkly of the dead. How the things they used to tell me live rent-free inside my head. And in this lonely state, you can't evacuate a tenant without proof. Here's what I'll do. I'll burn down the locked door, 'cause darling, I never loved you more. Getting over the ways we hurt each other every day, it's like a pebble in the road. We pick it up, we get stoned, and I don't want to live in 1992. I want to be right here with you. So we talked about the hard stuff to the middle of the night. You looked at me, hand on my knee, and said we're gonna be alright. And I did not think, could not believe we could talk till we found truth. Turns out you do. To hell with the locked door, darling, I never loved you more. I never loved you more.
Birdie.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
I think there was one of those ones that I wrote and I texted it to you, and then you didn't listen to it, but I assumed you did listen to it and didn't like it, and therefore your silence meant you hated it but didn't want to tell me. Ironic,
Right, yeah, that
given the subject matter.
Probably was, because every time I hear it, I think that's the first time I've heard that song. I really like that one. Well, there are some songs when I can listen to a little bit of it, and I try and figure out, like I think any normal person would. This is about me. What do I have to do? What do I have to change? What's the message here? or sometimes I listen to them and they're just really catchy. But like that one, I just like that song, but I never felt like it was something like that came out of a conversation we had. Sometimes there are ones.
Because you
Right, 'cause
probably
sometimes-
would know, like, we did not have a difficult conversation until the middle of the night. Like, that didn't...
about 1994.
Yeah, no, we didn't do that. I think that the one song, maybe there's more than one, that's like very specifically about you and I. I mean, it's just so obvious. Do you know the one I'm talking about?
No.
You don't?
The one you wrote with Jackson? I don't see it. No. Okay. No, I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about then. No.
Hold on, I'll give you a taste. I'll give you a little taste of it. If I can, once again, remember the key. That's always the issue. Red Robin every Tuesday like clockwork.
That's right.
You buy me lacy things because you are a flirt. Sarcastic reverie because our hearts hurt. Ain't family such a funny thing? I loved you when I saw you're such a good dad. Awkward yet?
Yeah, a little bit.
Gentlest hands I ever seen, I've ever had. Who'd have ever guessed things could get so bad? But we're safe at home in our catacomb. Let 'em lie, we don't need 'em. I'm glad we tried, but let's take our freedom and just call it what it is. A family of narcissists, all I need is you to rub my feet. Portia, thank you. Oh, I'm so glad you like it. I'm so glad you like it. And Portia was one of the people that put my crowdfunding over the top so that I could press vinyl. So thank you. And, oh, look at this. Look at this.
Oh, thanks, Mom.
What I wanted to say, I'm so excited about the vinyl. I haven't really promoted it a ton because it turns out it takes a really long time to press vinyl and to get it back. But I anticipate having it by the end of the summer, and it's a really cool. It's called Laguna Blue, the vinyl record. So anyway, very excited. Thank you, Portia. I probably have time for one or two more songs, and I don't think I've neglected any requests that were in the comments. So I think in that case, barring a song that is important to you, if there is one, I'm going to play what I want to play.
That's generally how it goes. I mean, this was one where you said you want to be interviewed, and you've done most of the talking and interviewing,
All right.
which is not how our dynamic typically is, I would say. I would be the first to admit.
Well, that's true. I think this is not representative of what our typical conversations are like. This is my moment to take the lead.
Yeah, because for the next 3 hours, you're going to have to lie there listening to me tell you about hockey games and movies that you don't really care about.
Do I do a good job at feigning interest?
Yeah, you're great at faking it.
Hey now, hey.
Thank
But
you.
when you're talking about athletics or
No, let's pump the brakes on that. I rarely talk about athletics except for now because I've become engaged in the Stanley Cup finals. But right,
that's
it's
so
not. It's
sweet.
not a.
Hold on
Go
one
ahead, go
second.
ahead.
We just got a really sweet message. Jeffrey, thank you for listening. Hello to your wife. I'm so glad you found my music too, and that's so sweet. I think if I need a pick me up, I'm going to read that comment again. And don't worry,
Yeah.
I am going to practice Alice. I promise. I'm going to get Alice down for you. So you don't really talk about athletics that much. It's just been
No.
the hockey. It's been the hockey
Yeah.
lately.
Okay. Well, it's going to end soon.
Hey, you know what? I love that you're passionate about it.
I don't even know that I'm passionate. It grabs my attention.
My guitar has been not plugged in for the past couple of songs. I don't know if you noticed that, but I fixed it now. All right.
Zero.
I'm going to play a song, and since we're at the end here, just plan ahead. We'll segue into an interview. So I'll play this song.
No, it's too late. You have lost that opportunity.
How dare you? You
Why
could
don't
come up
you
with come up with one question for me, okay? Come up with one question for me while I sing this song. Okay, no pressure. It can be about something inane if you can't think of something song related. Okay. All right, this song is one of my two favorites off of Saltwater Country. And Maggie's saying no negative vibes. There's no negative vibes here. We're just playing. I think that my favorite songs on the album are three that are just different from the rest, just completely different vibes. This one I truly did write this in a Starbucks drive-thru line in Brentwood, which is right near Nashville. I think I got it 75% written in the drive-thru line, got back to my hotel and finished it, and I was like, wow, that's different for me. Somebody told me that they think this song they said they don't like Taylor Swift, but that they do like this song and that this song evokes Taylor Swift for them. Sometimes I buy coffee 'cause I've got nothing to do. Every single quiet moment reminds me of you. You've got it all figured out. You're moving out your mama's house, and I'm still waiting for the moment to move me, to get out of my own way. Everybody asks me if I'm doing okay. I say yes, but honestly, there's no place I wanna be. I'm holding on to comfort to get me to the evening time, so I can drink it down. It's just a little glass of wine. One becomes two, so I can't forget you. The world is turning slowly. All the world is moving before me. Remember when you told me I was innocence defined? You'd laugh in my naivete with your sophisticated mind. I'd play along so you could be the big man that you wanna be. I bite my tongue. It isn't like I didn't know you took the best of me. Your words wrapped in pretty paper, snowballing so quickly. One day I'm my own woman, the next day I'm beholden to you. Why was I holding on to comfort to get me to the evening time, so I can drink it down? It's just a little glass of wine. One becomes two, so I can't forget you. The world is turning slowly. All the world is moving before me. Oh, drink it down slowly, drink it down sane, till I forget who I am again. Drink it down slowly, it's still a choice. I forget the sound of my own voice. Comfort to get me to the evening time. It's just a little glass of wine. One becomes two, so I can't forget you. One becomes two, drink it down till I forget myself again. One becomes two, so I can't forget you. The world is turning slowly. All the world is moving before me. You were bopping your head.
I do. I like that song. I don't have a question. I will say that I shoved in most of the questions that I wanted to ask, like I do throughout the day. Like if I want to talk about something, it's just there in volume. It gets covered. Like I was going to ask you about Father's Day and your dad. I just
Oh, and
shoved
you
that right
did.
in, right,
And you
right in the
did.
middle
You
of it.
did.
Sure did. I
It was
would
great.
say that we're still looking for comments from people on um, potential like podcasty thing to do for your patrons.
So
And I
like
think,
what content would people appreciate on a Patreon page?
yeah, and I think people had thought, you thought, I think, like maybe a question answer type thing.
Hmm.
I think it would be fun to like do some kind of some other entertainment medium thing
Sure. Like a
where because
book
I,
club.
okay, some other entertainment, but yes, like a book club, that is a thing you could do,
Yeah.
so something like that. But I just thought of a question.
Okay.
Album comes out what day?
Thursday.
Thursday. What does that mean versus Wednesday? What's the difference between Wednesday and Thursday?
Like, why did we pick Thursday?
No, I mean, like when the album comes out, what does that mean?
Oh. It'll be available on streaming platforms.
So on all the platforms, that's what it means.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, because
I didn't know.
no, it's a valid question because like I've been selling the CDs, like people have the CD, but it's
Right.
when the general public can hear it on streaming platforms, and there's a music video coming out Thursday too.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, for that
Okay.
song.
And okay.
Yeah,
I mean, I know that I was acting, but
Maggie wants
okay.
to be in Alive with me, so Maggie, I would love to have you do that. Maybe if Maggie, if you come up with some interview questions, that could be kind of fun. Don't you think? Yeah, she could just plan ahead and think of some
Yeah.
questions. I'd love to do that. Let's do it. So I've got time for one more song here, and
Okay.
I'm stalling because I don't know what to play. Yes, I
Are
do.
there options? Oh, okay, fine.
Well, only because you were asking like what would I do for my dad as an adult on Father's Day, and if my dad were alive now, I
Yeah.
might play him this song and be like, Dad, I finally wrote a song you might like.
Oh, okay.
Do you know the last song that I wrote that my dad heard?
I have a, well, no, I don't. I'm going to say I don't know because I think it would be a thing on. Go ahead.
I got a
Yeah,
hole.
okay. Got it. I didn't want to say that out loud and ruin something, but yes.
If anybody wants to know how the rest of that song goes, my poor dad had he was in the hospital and he was not quite with it, and he had like a wound in his groin, and like I just went in to visit my dad, and I was like, "Hey, Dad, how you doing?" And he just looked at me and goes, "I got a hole in my balls." And I just think if that doesn't sum up my father's personality and our dynamic, then nothing will.
Right.
Like
No,
he was
that,
he was maybe, I don't know if crass is the right word, but he was just like a working dude who said the things he was thinking and
hey,
enjoyed.
I really didn't know him that well, right? I
You
didn't
only
know him.
met him in that state.
Yeah, was filming the music video. I think was the first time, probably. Right? No, no,
Oh, yeah, maybe
it might have
so.
been. It might have been. But anyway, but my forever memory is only because you said that. What I say it was when he was having similar work done in the hospital, and I had maybe met him a few times, and I was positioned at the foot of the bed, at his feet, and he was about to have some work done, some prep work, cleaning work. I don't remember what, and I stood up to
Like,
leave. Yeah, and he said, "No, you stay," and had me stay there with him while that was
and
going
to be
on.
clear, I'm pretty sure when you say you met my dad a few times, like maybe twice, like I
Yeah.
feel like you really just only knew him in the nursing home.
Yeah, yes, it was. I probably saw him outside of the nursing home once or twice. That was it. But yet we shared a moment that I shall remember forever.
And what a well,
It's a
but it's a
treasured
moment
memory.
that really sums him up. Like he just was who he was, and he wasn't pretending to be anything else.
Yeah, and if you think of it, in the few times that I did get to meet him, I have a memory that will be etched forever. It will be forever
Yeah,
in my mind.
and you can pass it down to your son, and he can pass it on to his
And
son.
I will, well, the thing is, I will never forget. Sometimes memories get blurred. I will always have of your dad
Yeah,
a
yeah.
very specific memory. That when I lose that memory, you'll know it's time for me to go into hospice.
Oh gosh. Well, all
And
right.
on
So
that
here's
note,
an equally inappropriate tribute to my father for Father's Day, for not for a creepy reason, but just because my dad liked the blues. Thank you all for hanging out with me tonight. If you haven't already, and you're interested in my music, which I imagine you would be if you're watching this, you can click the link up above. I believe I put a link up there so you can pre-save the record, or you can just remember that it comes out on Thursday. I don't wanna do jack shit, boy, I just wanna drink you up. Eyes red because we didn't sleep, pour my coffee in a big cup. Sun lighting up the sky, get dressed and grab my shoes. But heaven help me, baby, I can't get enough of you. I'm gonna stay half-dressed, what my mama calls lazy. Life lighting up my phone, but I ain't going home, nobody gonna make me. me down and toss around the sheets the way you do. But heaven help me, baby, I can't get enough of you. Am I a sinner filled with shame? Hell no, I've been her. Filled with grace, that's my name, but it gets better. Calling little boy blue. Heaven help me, baby, I can't get enough of you. There ain't only one way to be. Good God, it got lonely. Pretending demure was me. Everybody told me you were the worst thing I could do. But heaven help me, baby, I can't get enough of you. Watch the day turn to night. We ain't moved, but it's alright. We belong here. You got your hands full, just a light pull. You're so nice, dear. Ignore the electronics, I want an anatomic view. Heaven help me, baby, I can't get enough of you. They say that boys never take their time, but none of that was true. Heaven help me, baby, I can't get enough of you. I just want to end with this. While I was playing that, I had a visceral memory of a visceral memory of a thing my dad used to say that drove me crazy. When I was in high school, if I was off gallivanting or socializing with my friends or doing things that weren't playing the guitar, he would look at me and be like, "Pickers pick. You want to be a picker, you got to go pick like the guitar." Like, I don't know why he's talked like that, because I actually haven't really interacted with many musicians who refer to themselves as pickers. But,
Pickers?
This is the thing. He used to drive me crazy. He used to drive me as crazy as when he'd tell me to sing the blues.
Right, and I can say that you've never mentioned that before. The blues thing, 100%. Never heard the Pickers pick before. I will remember that.
He used to say that. Yes, he did. Yes, sirree. Keith, I'm so glad you were here and that you got to hear the bluesy thing. Thank you. I'm really actually enjoying singing the blues now that I've, extricated that need to not do what my dad said from my brain. Jeannie, thank you for hanging out. The Birkenstocks are still here for the time being. Any final notes, Scott?
No, any final notes? Yes, the last thing I'm going to do is give you some notes on your performance. That's certainly going to happen.
That's not what I meant. Just, did I overtalk you and there was something you wanted to say?
No. It was you 100%. No notes.
And that is marriage, my friends. Thank you all. Mark, love you too. Thank you for hanging out, everybody. So, mark your calendars, because Thursday you can hear the whole record on all of the streaming services. There's also a brand new music video for One Becomes Two that will be out on the YouTube. And there's going to be interviews coming out like that cooking one. And also, for my local people, July 26th is the album release concert for this record. It will be a full band. It will be in Parkwood Beach at the Clubhouse on Datewood Street. So if you're local to my area, July 26th, take the day off. You got to come. And if you're more of like a Boston area person, Club Passim on Sunday, August, I believe it is the 10th. Tickets are on sale now.
And you'll be on next week.
I'll be on next week.
We're still here. Okay. Yep.
And in the meantime, we're going to be going to Red Lodge, Montana for the Red Lodge Songwriter Festival, which begins on June 18th. And then the Wednesday after that, June 25th, we will be in Cedar Edge, Colorado, playing at the Grand Mesa Arts Center. So there we go. Maggie, choreograph something for me, please. I think that's the way to TikTok glory, is if Maggie choreographs a dance to one of my songs. So that's your job, Maggie. And Terry, thanks for hanging out. And have a great night, everybody.